Well, good evening. You join us here at the SUPerchamps, just ahead of the first race of this particular meet.
It's going to be a really lovely race actually, because it just takes me way back to the beginning of my SUP racing journey, I guess, and it's based on the UK NISCO vibe, basically the NISCO disco as we used to call it, and it's basically called Not NISCO, and they are going to be paddling. I don't know how many events, maybe 20 people have entered. So look at this, the marina bathed in beautiful sunshine. We're here in Torquay and the weather has been a little bit up and downy, but actually not as bad as forecast, has it, Simon?
No, and part of the reason for having this in the harbour here is because it's so sheltered. You can just see by the patterns of the water there's a slight sort of shadowing of wind, the old cat's paws as they call it there, the movement on the water there. But it's a beautiful evening, and you can see the head honcho of this championships in the tender there. That's
off he goes.
Off he goes.
Check the course.
Check the course. Check there are no obstructions. But the race is 2 laps around the harbour, so you can see those yellow buoys there in the distance. We start from over here, which is you can see these 2 SUPerchamps flags.
So SUPerchamps have sponsored this event, I do believe, or they're one of the main sponsors of the whole event, and they have provided the buoys and the flags, and SUPerchamps are a great waste PFD, so please do check them out. Thank you so much, SUPerchamps, for your help in getting this event off the ground. We've got, as Simon said, 2 laps around, which equates to 1 kilometre. There are 2 ladies' seats, 2 men's seats, and then they go through to the final. So we have no idea who's well, no, we do have an idea who's racing. I will get my list, but there are some. What I meant is there are some names on there I don't recognise, which is great, because hopefully we've got some new people who will be inspired to take up this sport.
Exactly.
Because it is a sport. Exactly,
and it's exactly the reason for the purpose of this entire championships. You can see there the group of racers there getting ready. The race briefing is starting at the moment. We've had a couple of additions and then a couple of possible removals from the absences from the race, albeit actually that the road conditions around Torquay at the moment, I don't think entirely due to the Super Championships, are particularly tough at the moment. So I think that some people may well have been challenged getting down here. I noticed someone just hopped over the wall there just to get in there. So I think we should have pretty much a full list of starters, and there is 1 lot of women's heats and then a final. I think there are 2 lots of men's heats. That was at least the plan early on.
So can I just so a couple of minutes ago we heard Brendan shouting, "There are 2 more people just gone up to register at the hotel," and the hotel is here. Sorry, just here. So the Hampton by Hilton, you literally slip out the back door and run down 50 metres. So it's so close. Brendan, woohoo!
Get on!
There he is, head honcho. He's very excited. He flipping hasn't stopped all day. Actually, neither have we.
No, and he hasn't stopped most of the night either, because I know that he was up till very late organising all bits and pieces. But what a fantastic evening to be down here in Torquay Harbour.
Quite fancy getting my little race on. Sarah Marshall, thank you so much for watching. I know you just sent me a message about board logistics and everything. Crispin, hello my darling. I don't know if you're involved in the SUP Polo tomorrow. This is exactly where the SUP Polo is going to be held. Nice of you to check in, Crispin. This is such a great venue, and because the weather was looking, quite dodgy, this is a sheltered harbour. You've got all the buildings around which give it that absolute shelter. And SUP Polo is going to be just here all day tomorrow. People can come. There's a whole tournament set up, but there's also spots for people to have a go. And Brian and Blue Chip are so experienced, as I'm sure you can testify, Crispin, and they will guide people to have just a great time on the water. So we've got the SUP Polo Champions paddle cabin here. So well done to those guys for winning the trophy away from Blue Chip. But it looks like we can hear a little bit of cheering. It looks like the guys are ready to go, so it will not be long. We will see you tomorrow, Crispin. I am so pleased. Hi Emma, how are you doing? So pleased that you're coming, Crispin. We haven't seen you for a little while. And Crispin hosts one of the best events on the south coast, Sup the Creek, which is coming up in October. We really hope to be there, Crispin. It is just such a lovely event, and it is lovely because it's hosted by wonderful people.
Absolutely. So we're kicking off these Super Championships with Not the Nisco. I think that's the current.
Not Nisco.
Not Nisco. Not Nisco.
Not Nisco. So we understand the reason for it being called that, but we'd like some suggestions, please. We think there's a better name for it.
Alternatives, but this one was a very, very successful race series in the past. And they had up to, I think at Emsworth someone was saying 100 entries into these races, and the idea is it just sort of democratises board use and so on. So no super slick race boards here, they are all one class, and it really does sort of level up, and you can really see how good you are in comparison to the others on here. So these are sort of fairly standard SUPs out there. And they are just launching there, and for the first heat.
And do you know what, Simon, I love about this? I love about this sport. You know, I was in Denmark last week at the ISA World SUP and Paddleboard Championships, and this is equally as exciting to me because it's people getting on boards and racing at whatever level. It's great seeing those world-class paddlers, but it's great seeing people getting stuck in. They may not have raced, they may not have raced much, but they're having a go, and we're going to watch these girls. We've got 4 of them, so I guess it's maybe heat 1 or maybe the only heat for girls. We're going to see them take off, and then we will wait for them to come around lap 2. They have to go around this rescue buoy here for lap 2, and then they will finish between the buoy and the flag. So we will be watching them, and we have got race director Glyn Smith here. We interviewed Glyn earlier, thank you so much for that, but he is resurrecting the Nisco Disco, that's for sure, so we're really grateful to him for doing that.
Absolutely, and he's got his megaphone ready for use, he's got it working, and we're ready to start the race. We've obviously got the swans there as a bit of additional safety cover.
Go ladies, go!
1 minute warning, 1 minute.
So we've got 1 minute. They cannot change their minds.
So let's give them a shout out, shall we?
So we've got 3:05.
Paula Roberts! Go Paula Roberts!
So Paula,
3:40 is Carol.
Paula was a late entrant. She only
30 seconds. 30 seconds time.
3:23 is Claire. Lucky, that's a great name. Come on, Claire. And then 3:24 is Helen. Go, ladies. Take no prisoners.
elbows out. Here we go. So ready on the start line here.
Get yourselves ready.
Get those paddles in nice and deep.
Bit of last minute coaching. And off they go. There we go, stack paddles.
What a beautiful evening, look.
There.
We knew we made the right decision to come down to the seaside in late September.
Absolutely, it couldn't have been any other way. And
off they go.
it's quite a divergence in path there. Bit of movement left to right there.
Yeah, is that tactics or is that out of control? We're not sure.
Who knows at this point? We'll know.
But she's at the lead, so it doesn't matter. Good for her.
Exactly.
And that
So
was.
that's
I think
Paul.
that was.
So Paula's on the right there, and she
Yep.
looks like she's got the racing line there.
So they go round that buoy. Each corner, it's basically a left, a left, a left, and a
Yeah.
left. Round the yellow buoys. And here goes Brendan following on in the boat, just to watch them, make sure they get round, keep them well away. Not a lead boat, causing that nasty old wash, nasty old waves that people don't like. But look, what a beautiful evening. It is, what's the time? 6:15. Late September, beautiful.
C-
There's a
can-
chill in the air though.
Very slight chill in the air. And you can see by the direction of that flag there, right in the middle there, that the wind's blowing in the direction of the front of the harbour there as we look at it. So they may well have a bit of a headwind coming back on their first lap, but it's a 2-lap race, this one.
1 kilometre, so each area is 250 metres, isn't it, approximately?
Absolutely.
I think I got a maths O level back in the day. Who's watching?
We have got Moz Morris, we've got James Rowe.
Hello, hello boys. James Rowe, I hope you're here tomorrow, racing. Base up boy.
Yes, James, would you like to comment on that?
If not, why not?
Yeah, I think we've got some base ups coming.
I think we have got some base ups coming,
Yeah.
yes. And in fact, one of these ladies is a base up girl. Carol.
Excellent.
She's a base up
Brilliant.
girl, so
So
that's great.
she's down.
And
right.
Gila
Let me
is
just-
coming. Gila Goff is
Okay, so there's a bit of a slack in the commentary here as we wait for them to hove into view on the other side. Let's just put us back in here.
Look at our lovely attire made by Shorties. Really nice, a new colour, grey, so do have a look at his website, and if you're down here, please go to the hotel and see him. He's all set up, and he can print a t-shirt just like that, whatever you want. It's brilliant.
So James has said, I'll be there for tech and sprint, let's go.
Let's go, James.
Let's go indeed.
You're a great paddler. We've watched you over the seasons, and you are very fast, and I think you're on an Infinity Blackfish. You may be on something new now, but yeah, confirm that as well. Great ball, but we'd love to see you down here. That's great that you're coming. Yeah, as I say, we've got Gila as well. So we've interviewed a few people today, haven't we, Simon?
We have, and indeed, some people have interviewed you, haven't they?
They have. The BBC apparently 6:30 News. I'm not sure. I guess BBC South West would it be?
May well be. We will
Unless they cut
share
me.
that. No, you are definitely in there from the sounds of it.
Sharing the love of SUP. Okay, I can see a shadow on the wall over there, which means there's a paddler over there. In fact, they're coming around the corner. Woohoo! Here they come.
Here they come. So the end of the
So-
first lap.
This is good. This is nice and close.
This is good. So this is a difficult one. You've got a lead there. We've got. Oh, here we go. We've got a.
Paula on the left.
That's a bit of a Tahitian paddle stroke there, isn't it? 1 foot slightly forward and.
Yeah, a bit of a Casper there.
Yeah. So here we go. So it's all on the boy here.
And then we've got a couple of girls, yep, following on
Yeah,
behind.
fighting on for third
Yeah.
and fourth. So let's have a
Let's
look
check
at.
them out on the boy. Getting lots of cheers from the onlookers there, Simon.
Yeah, indeed. Let's see who this is.
This is Paula.
Crispin, thank you for saying BBC Spotlight.
Thank you. And this is Helen behind. Go Paula, go Helen. Whoop whoop. Good girls.
There we go. Setting into a regular paddle stroke there. Change of paddles.
Really interesting watching people's different paddle strokes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong really,
No.
but you know,
But also bear in mind that they're not used to these. They're not used to these boards.
yeah, they're all the same board, so everybody's on a bit of a level here. This lady is Carol, and she was the first person at registration at about an hour too early, so
Yeah.
very, very keen.
Yeah,
She's from
she's
Base Up.
Excellent. Go on, base up.
Go Carol! She's not even listening.
There we
She's
go.
selling
Game
us
face
out.
on.
Yeah.
This is.
And this is Claire Lucky.
So that last sort of back would have taken out of them a little bit. It's
Interesting.
worlds because they've had a headwind coming one direction and then a headwind coming the other
Yeah,
direction.
the wind is cruel, isn't she?
Yes.
She's a cruel mistress.
She is indeed. But what it means is that those two are still nip and tuck at the front, and obviously we've got the final two doing a really good job. And it's the first time that some of these have raced
Yeah.
at all, so it's a perfect distance for
Yeah.
that sort of
And
experience.
let's hope, you know me, I bang on about it. Let's hope they really get inspired to, upgrade a board. We don't know we don't know if they've got a board. We don't know if they're, can upgrade their board, we don't know, but you know, personally I want everybody to treat this, even if they're not racing, treat it as a sport.
Yeah.
You know?
Even if it inspires them to do a bit of training with the local group and base up one of the oldest race orientated groups in the UK. They've been around for years. I was a member sort of back in 2013, 2014 or whatever when I started. Didn't do a huge amount of racing, if I'm honest, but you know that they've been really pivotal. They put on a lot of race series over the years. Frostbite they were involved in, and they've had some great paddlers coming
They
out.
have, absolutely. You know, not just back then, but you know, back now. And they, you know, they were pivotal in starting the GB, you know, the national race series. It was the national race series called UK National Race Series. Joe Hamilton Vale, Pete Holiday, Ryan James, you know, the likes of those guys who really wanted to create a format of race, accessible racing in the UK. So you know that's great, isn't it? That's what we need. So this is a different. SUPerchamps is a different thing. It's a one-off standalone event, and it's really pushing to be pretty big.
Absolutely, and SUPerchamps, it's a not exclusive, I mean this is not NISCO, it's a not exclusive race series here, and it looks like we have our leader, the first heat here.
It's like Paul Estelle, so, and not far behind is, who was it? Was it Helen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So well done to those girls, and they will finish between the flag and the yellow rest tube boy. So this is good. So Glyn has worked all this out. He is the race director for this event. He's done all the organising for this, and he reckoned about 10 minutes per race. So we're looking at about an hour's worth of coverage for this event, which is great, isn't it?
Exactly.
And these girls are paddling in the sunshine still.
I know, how fantastic. They've, I mean, what a fantastic late September evening we have here. It's round the Swan there.
Round the Swan. So not, you know, those girls are pretty close, aren't they? They're both on the same board. You know, hi Sam, thank you for watching. It's been lovely to see you today. We will see you tomorrow.
Or maybe later in the bar.
Yes, I think she's gone off with Steve.
It is
well done,
absolutely
Paula.
beautiful. There we go. So last turn.
That last spurt there from Helen. Well done. Good job, ladies. Well done.
There we go. That was a really good battle to watch. And all are coming in ahead there.
Good stuff, and I expect them both to now be waiting for those other girls to come in. They'll probably give them a cheer, and yeah, they're encouraging them to come in, and that's just brilliant. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Sam. It's been a long day for everybody, hasn't it?
There we go. What a beautiful evening down here in Torquay. Absolutely lovely.
Hello, Carol.
Carol coming
Well
in.
done.
And there we go. And we've got the men starting to get ready for the first of their heats.
Friendly vibe. You know, it's all about helping these paddlers out.
It's the fun and the enjoyment
it's the
and the
fun and
social
enjoyment.
piece. So none of the pressure.
None of the pressure of a carbon race board under your feet, Simon.
Exactly.
So who else have we spoken to today? You can look on SUPFM podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and you can look on supjunkie.uk Instagram and Facebook.
Finishing with a sprint finish here.
Yeah, well done. That's Claire Lucky. Well done, Claire.
Well done, Claire. Great performance.
Well done, Claire!
There we
Please
go.
raise that paddle, girl.
Yeah.
So yes, we have. So you can follow us there, find out all our latest interviews. Let me just have a look and see. Oh, thank you, Sam. So I'm just reading. My eyes are shocking, and I've forgotten my
We
glasses.
actually do this for a lot of fun as well,
yeah.
don't we? So it's not all hard
Yeah,
work.
thank
although
you.
we don't like to talk about it, do we?
Thank you, Sam. We love it. We love it, and it's not hard work at all. But it's been. Do you know, when I looked at the schedule today and racing starting at 6:15, I thought, oh, we've got time for a sit down, a nice coffee and whatever. No chance. We have been on it all day. And it's just
Absolutely.
ramped up and up and up.
And it's not going to get any lighter for tomorrow either because of the weather. Most of the activities have been pulled into Saturday. It's quite bizarre, and you know, I mean, the weather conditions today are supposed to be far worse than this. We were looking at sort of 30-mile-an-hour plus winds, and it doesn't feel like that. Albeit the fact that we're in a natural bowl here, and obviously we're in the harbour, which is obviously very, very sheltered. But yeah, tomorrow is when all the racing will be taking place. Sunday looks fruity for sure, Crispin. That's one way of describing it.
Yeah, fruity is a great word.
Yes. So here we go.
Okay, let's give these guys a shout out. 426. John Hughes.
Yeah.
John Hughes? You come out of retirement for this?
Huh?
You come out of retirement for this?
Never was retired.
No, I haven't seen you for a long time.
They can pair well to a disco, don't they?
There we go. A bit of abuse from Sup Junkie there, motivating perhaps.
John
30
Hughes.
seconds.
No, it's great. He's a blast from the
Look
past for
worried.
me.
Yeah.
404 is
Jan.
Phelan Lidston.
Yeah.
428 is Maurice Roberts.
Oh, the silence.
Yes.
The tension is
Right.
building.
Who else have we got?
10
Right,
seconds,
entry.
gentlemen.
Can't find 407. Well, a bit more competitive.
Here we
this
go.
lot. Here we go. Here we go. Off they go. Go, John!
Oh, look at that. That's just flying the leverage.
John Hughes, who's always up there for
Yeah.
this go for sure. Very strong paddler. But yeah, look at that. We've got a little breakaway already. Yeah, let's wander.
Let's wander down. Got a slightly perplexed looking swan there in the way.
Yeah, these guys are going to be quick, Simon.
Yeah.
We'll get up here and then we'll be.
We'll be following them back, yeah. So they are very, very quick, and it's all about getting around that buoy. So I wonder if we'll be seeing any step back turns on this one.
So there they go.
Right, there we go, just effortlessly. So we've got a bit of a gap there at the front there.
Yep. I'm not sure who that was, but we'll get his number on the way back.
We will do.
Cool.
Right, they're heading back this way. So, I mean, look at this. Fantastic. Cheers, Crispin. See you tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you again. Look at this fantastic evening sunlight. It
We're
does.
actually in the shade, you and I, but that's fine, isn't it? It's great for the photography.
Yeah, but absolutely beautiful. It does look like the Riviera, I guess.
We also today have spoken to Brendan, so you can catch up with his mini interview about SUPerchamps and what he hopes to achieve. We also spoke to Lee Pauley from Paddle UK, who are doing they're presenting their
Paddle plan, isn't it?
plan tomorrow and asking for Q&A. So we'd love you to send in some questions, and or if you're going to be there, you know, if you've got any questions, do ask them on Paddle UK.
So
They
they're
will
an
try and
important body, aren't they? So Paddle UK, which used to be British Canoeing, are the governing bodies for SUP in the UK, and
England. Joint.
Yes, indeed. Important to get that right. But yeah, I mean they've done, I would say, a pretty good job so far as governing body, introducing a new sport which is new itself, and
Hi Suzanne, how
you know,
are you?
they've supported a lot of events, this being one of them, which is obviously its main ethos is to bring new paddlers into the racing world and to expand their experience of SUP beyond using it as a beach toy, just to sort of a leisure activity.
Yep, so here we go. We've got Anna Little watching. Hi Anna, hope you're well after your amazing trip to Denmark. You all did so well, and what a great team result. For all the teams out there, but for Team England particularly, getting 5th place out of 41 teams, just mind-blowing. 3 gold medals, I mean, just, yeah, check it out. Check out all the coverage if you can on Total Sup, because it's still all up there and it's definitely worth watching. So we have got, can't see this guy's number, but I think it might be is it the 404 number? Let's have a look. No.
There we go, good line into the boy there.
48, Maurice Roberts. Yeah, so Maurice Roberts here. I'm not sure I recognise that name, but I recognise the face.
So relatively late entry in, but he's really bossing. He's really bossing it, and then we've got in second place. You see a real battle going on there.
And this is Thomas Deere, and then we've got 404 Phelan Lidstone. So 4 out in the front there, and all paddling on these really lightweight boards. I mean, I picked one up and it weighs nothing. I don't think I've heard of the make. Yeah, I'm not
So Hydra Force, is it?
maybe. Go Mark! Yeah, so great boards to have, you know, they're all the same, everybody can race on them, we're all getting a good cheer, but we've got it looks like a clear leader, but John is just, you know, tagging away, and I know John's got a, you know, pretty strong, you know, he could probably catch up if he wanted to, so it'd be really interesting to see who gets through. I don't know how many go through to the next round, it might be top 4. I will go
and
find out, maybe. Haven't got this guy's number. Go, go, go! Woohoo! So this young man, the last time I met him was at the Polo Championships at Luchit, a month or 2 ago, and oh, what great fun. I mean, just great fun. If you haven't watched Sup Polo, you haven't played Sup Polo, please do have a go. It's the best fun. It's very competitive, but very silly as well.
And there'll be, well, it's fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to my first taste of Sup Polo tomorrow. We've got it all going on. We've got Kevin Clark.
Thank you for watching, Kevin.
Gary McNabb, Peter Knight, Aaron Rowe. That is great. It's great that you join us here in Torquay. It's the Super Championships, the Sup English Riviera Championships, and it's the first time this competition is well, it's the first time of the competition, isn't it? It's free. Activity is being constrained into Saturday. There's a big sort of gap in the wind. Sunday looks very tasty indeed, and yeah, not the sort of day that you'd want to do any form of racing out there in the main bay there. No. I walked along there on Thursday night and it was choppy. It was very windy and very choppy. So yeah, the sun is just, you can just see that the sun has just gone off now, and there is a chill in the air. There's that lovely autumnal chill in the air. We are standing here in our lovely hoodies from Mark from Shorties, so thank you very much, Brendan, for those. And we can see the winner coming through now already, super fast this one. So scooting around the outside of that rest tube boy there on the other side, and he'll be coming over first. He looks like he's left John, actually. He's pulled away, so that's really good. And he's probably in the state of conserving a bit of energy now, because this is the first heat for the men, and obviously we will have these.
Hi Stephanie, thanks for checking in, and Jill. Sorry to keep interrupting.
That's all right.
It's really important that we give our watchers a shout out. We really love you watching. We really love it if you give us a like. We really love it if you ask us a question or leave us a comment. We're very grateful that you're here. So thank you so much.
So here we go. First place. So this is Morris, who came onto the race list relatively late on today, but he certainly bossed it on there. winning that particular heat, and obviously that will put him and a number of other paddlers into the final. There we go, we've got a bit of a shortcut being taken here.
He's all right. I think they'll let him get away with that.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So if anybody is watching, I've just had a missed call from Emily Evans. If anybody is a friend of Emily Evans from Wales, would they be able to just ping her a message and just say that I'm on the live feed down at the harbour?
So Peter, thanks for your question there. Late to the party, what is it that you are watching? Well, Super Championships, obviously, I think you probably know this, but this is the Not Nisco heats at the moment. A reprise of that greatly beloved race series that we haven't had for a number of years. And I'm sure, Peter, you know this more than anyone, but for anyone else listening, it's a racecast where all the boards are identical. So it's a huge leveller for everyone, and it means that everyone can be compared purely on their paddling ability for paddling a board which they probably haven't paddled before.
And also, the fin had to be exactly the same. It had to be a Nisco Nash fin. You could use your own paddle, but you could not use a different fin. Bruce Ironsmith, you are a master at the UK Nisco, and this is where we first met with your beautiful, beautiful Karen and the whole of the Northern Sup race team. We met there, my friend, so, and that means a lot to me. So this is the Not Nisco, fun stuff going, well, fun, you know, they're very competitive, of course. But this is in the harbour. You know this place quite well, Bruce. You've been here before. So racing in the harbour. We've just had the men's first heat. We've just got the last paddler coming in now. And yeah, not the Nisco, but it's called Not Nisco. This one, because it obviously can't be called the same as the UK Nisco event. But it's a great format. All they're doing at the moment is a kilometre race. So there's not the sprints and the tech and the whatever, but it's a very inclusive event, all on the same boards, and here we go. So you should be down here, Bruce.
Absolutely, and just to say a couple of words about Bruce. So Bruce won the first Sub-12 championships down here, so he knows these waters very well, and also competed and came second this year as well. And also I first met Bruce and Karen at the APP in London, where he joined the sort of scratch events and then won through and ended up in the professionals ranks there as well. So
yes, I think there was a mass vote to get Bruce into the pro race because he did so well. And also Bruce went off to do and is going back to do the last paddle standing event in Florida. If you don't know about that event, look it up. It's absolutely fascinating. You can also listen to Greg Wingo, the race director, talk to Simon on SUPerchamps podcast. But Bruce came, I think it was joint fourth, Bruce. And actually I've just done an article on Bruce, so if you get SUP Mag, Stand Up Paddle Mag, Bruce will be featured in it in the last one of the season. So
yeah,
he should have been in it before, but it's a great piece, Bruce. You won't have seen it, but it's fabulous. So.
And yeah, just saying a word for SUP Mag UK, there'll also be a tour guide to Morocco written by yours truly.
Go Ed Clark. What are your numbers? 448. Go Paul Stokes. 44.
30 seconds. No pressure.
Can't see their numbers.
Here we go. So we don't want a disqualification at this early stage of the race.
A lot of serious faces.
There are some game faces on here.
30 seconds. Oh, some tension there.
Yeah, we were checking the game faces, and off they go. Well, here we go. There's a couple powering away. And don't forget, these boards are unfamiliar.
Yes, and they're wide, and they're short, and they're very light, and they twist all over the place. Hopefully they've got fins in. But yeah.
Some of them don't look like that might be a good tactic, actually. Remove the fin, you've got competition before you get out there.
So that's the second heat gone. We've just got the race director Glyn Smith here. Should we have a quick chat with him?
Why don't we?
Got to be quick.
Got to be quick.
We're whizzing round.
I know. They're very quick. So we have one ladies' heat.
Yep, the second men's heat is going round now.
Yep, and then you've got the finals.
Finals, and
Brilliant.
then home for tea and biscuits.
Does it take you back?
Yeah.
Isn't it exciting?
Yeah, it's great fun.
We've got Bruce watching, we've got
Yeah.
Peter Knight watching, Anna Little, you know, that's
Oh,
why I met
brilliant.
those guys.
Hi, guys.
So say hello to Glyn, he's doing amazing things, he's bringing it back, not NISCO events. So yeah, off you go, race
Right,
director.
cool.
Thank
See you later.
you. Such a lovely guy, Glyn. Great whitewater paddler. Really good. Really, very good at whitewater. So
Yeah. Well, something you know a bit about, don't you?
I
You've
do.
been away and you've done a bit of whitewater paddling in your time.
I have, and we are going in November back to the River Barle with the Blue Chip Supper Club, and I can't wait. Last time we went, we had to call it off. The water was so high, and it's such a narrow river, and there were 13 of us, and we just went, no. Safety first, and we just called it off. Did actually have two guys run it. They took their, we shut the event, we closed the event down, we took the, we said we're not doing it as a club, and they decided to do it on their own independently. So it was one of those times when you make a dynamic risk assessment about your own ability, and they did it, and they were safe. It was quite hairy, scary, but it was fine. We were more worried than they were. So
Glyn is now Mr. Not NISCO. Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Not NISCO, yes, what a
Yeah.
great name. So
But if we can come up with something better than Not NISCO.
yeah, I think we need a different name to Not NISCO.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring quite right.
Ben Green is watching. Hi,
Oh,
Ben.
hi Ben. So Ben again is another one I think who probably I met at maybe at not the UK NISCO. Definitely Ben.
All of these reunited people
I know, it's
through the
lovely, isn't it?
medium of live streaming, and it's definitely something that everyone I've spoken to about has held it very dear in their hearts. So Ali Webb is watching. There we go. So there's a bit of badinage going on in the commentary about.
Esme's
About-
watching. Where are you watching from, Esme? And Peter Knight, I have to say, I have to big up Peter Knight, one of the loveliest couples in SUP, Peter. Take that as a real compliment, because SUP, we all know the SUP community is wonderful, but you really are a glorious couple involved in SUP. Just really lovely, smiley, get involved in all sorts of stuff. So, yeah.
So we've got the first place coming around the corner, and that looks very competitive. Two of them locked together.
Yep. Let's
Three
see
of
if we
them locked together though.
Yeah, this looks good.
So it looks like this is going to be a very competitive finish.
Oh, pleasure, Peter. Always a pleasure to. Actually, I could shout everybody out, but you are just ultra special. So
Wish it was NISCO.
wish it was NISCO.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to be writing all of these down, Bruce. Thanks for your contributions.
Yeah.
Answers in a postcard, as they say.
Yeah.
But this looks very, very tight indeed.
So let me know if you spot the numbers. My eyes are pretty rubbish at the moment. So as soon as we get a number, we'll give them a shout out.
Oh, and that's the first step back turn of the day.
That's Paul Stokes.
Paul Stokes really digging in there.
447 is Nigel, and then 449 is Ed.
Well, these guys are all locked together
Go guys!
and are
Go,
just
guys!
one turn away from triumph or disaster.
450 Alison, and 457. I don't know. He's not on my list on this list, so he's a rogue paddler. Go guys!
There he goes, an unusual paddle style there, but effective as he's
Yep.
getting
We want to
to
get hold
there.
of that paddle stroke, don't we, and give it a bit of a tweak or two. But
Indeed.
he's here, he's competing, and he's
Exactly.
enjoying it. He's going around with a big smile on his face.
Exactly, using it as a lever there, and but a beautiful sunset here. You can just see that reflection in the windows there.
Lovely.
Absolutely
And
glorious.
tomorrow's going to be a a really lovely day. The wind is dropping right down. You know, you do get that lovely microclimate here, but on the BBC Weather app it's saying good stuff, so we're hoping it's even better stuff. We've got the tech, we've got the sprints, and we've got the distance race all on Tor Abbey Sands Beach. So home of Brendan Prince's circumnavigation start and finish. This is his hometown, and that's where he started, that's where he finished. You know, we were lucky enough to see him come. We were lucky enough to paddle in with him actually, and it was just the most beautiful, beautiful day.
Absolutely, I remember I was watching it from afar. It was some great coverage going on there.
Yeah, that was good fun.
I think was Anthony filming. I think
Anthony was filming because I was on the water, and then I took over, and then I had Matthew from Total Sup saying, "Get stuck in, Sarah, get stuck in." So thank you, Matty, for that. I did then get stuck in because the big boys were there, the BBC, the big press.
So we've got a question here, and we've got the race director coming behind us. What size boards are they competing in?
These are hide your fourth 10-foot board. I think they're about
10 foot.
10 foot. I think about 30-inch wide and probably about 5 inches thick.
Okay, cool.
So they're
Really
certainly not
light.
race boards.
No, but really
But
light as well.
everyone's on the same board, so
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
level playing field.
level playing field. Obviously, the volume of body on there versus how much water they're pushing could be a factor or not.
Larger paddlers may think the nose.
Yes, indeed. So one for the
Ladies are
grain.
starting their final now as well. We're having 2 races at once.
Brilliant.
Yep, so you heard it there, Peter, you heard about the board size, so a 10-foot board, which is quite unusual, isn't it? It's usually a 10'6".
Yeah.
And you can see the little nose up. Might be quite good on white water.
Possibly.
With that little rocker. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the
little
board they're on.
surf.
Yeah, that's the board they're on. So we've got the ladies in now for the final, and we've got the
1 minute, ladies, 1 minute.
3 first finishers.
so we've got the guys coming behind. That's great. So they're going to set off the girls first. We've got Paula here on the left. We've got Helen at the front there, and we've got Carol with a buoyancy aid on the back, and on the back of her buoyancy aid is a suction sticker.
I did notice that.
Yes.
Did you
Very
do a
small.
range of PFDs? Did you back in the day?
No, I was freshly given it to her today.
Oh, okay.
It's funny, isn't it? People you remember we've
Yeah.
met before, but she was first at registration, very, very keen. And then we've got the boys coming in, hot footing it in for this heat. So whipping away there. Really good racing.
There's a clear line there.
Oh, look at this. We've got.
Will he come in the right side of the buoy? It
think
looks
he's
like he
gonna-
will.
I think he's going to still get there. He's just upping his cadence there.
Yeah.
And for those watching us, oh, and here go the girls. So, okay, we don't know what to
Right,
watch
so
now.
let's
Let's watch
watch
the
the
boys.
guys come in.
Well done to Paul.
Onto the floor. And that's incredible. Just less than 1 board length behind.
Yeah, brilliant.
That was a very good
That's
racing
Nigel
heat.
in second place. This is obviously a heat. Brilliant. And 449. That is Ed Clark. So they pretty much went round
Together.
didn't
Yeah.
they? And the same, first, second, third. So Lucy Pierce is watching. Hi Lucy, how are you doing? Let's see if anybody else is watching. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So we are here at the SUPerchamps in Torbay. We've got 3 days of fun and frolic. It's been I'd like to say it's been a quiet day today, but it jolly well hasn't. The first racing is tonight, and this is the Not Nisco event, where it's everybody on an equal footing on a board, and then we are going back up to the hotel, which is just and we will be schmoozing with some other people and just chatting sup, I guess, like we've been doing all day.
Well, like we do every day
Every
when
day.
we're together. Yeah, absolutely. So it's so that's the end of the second heat for the gents.
And the ladies
are
final.
a final
They're
race. Yeah, they
They're
are off.
So
we'll
three
get
of them.
we'll get a sense of how they're getting on shortly. But it's a relatively short time period between the heats, isn't it? So
Yeah, no messing.
if you've burnt everything during that first heat, then
Yeah.
obviously not
and
much in reserve.
As we say, we don't know all these paddlers here. We don't know if they've raced before. We don't know what their level is. But basically, they're coming down and getting stuck in something a little bit different. not everybody's ever done a race like this before. They might have done a GB Sup race or a local race or a winter or summer series or something like the Head of the Dart. They just might never have done a one board design race. So good for them.
Absolutely.
So we'll watch the ladies. They'll be coming round for their second lap. Just think they're just along the top edge there now, maybe creeping along here, and then they'll be coming down here. But the chill is just getting into the air, Simon. I can feel it.
It is, and it's coming from the sea, so it's an onshore wind at the moment, and it's completely changed direction, completely back
flipped.
since we started this, and that was about half an hour ago.
Half an hour ago. In half an
Something
hour,
like
the wind
that.
has completely changed direction. So, yeah.
So there we go. Everyone's telling their war stories down there on the hard there, and yeah, it's just a fantastic environment here to race, and it's great that Brendan has utilised his contacts. Torbay Council to be mentioned as one of the great supporters of this event, alongside Paddle UK and a number of other brands who are supporting it as well.
Huge amount of brands, actually, too many to mention. We might try and get a list and actually give them all a shout out. We've got so many, but obviously the council is the big one. You've got the backing of the council, you are so halfway there, because all the questions that you ask about can we do this, can we do that, if they're backing you and they're saying they're backing you, then they really have to sort of try and work with you, don't they? And I think they really do work.
So now this looks like Paula who's coming out in front. Is that right?
Yep.
I think it is. So Paula won the heat, previous heat, and looks again like she's really putting the pedal down and really establishing quite a gap there.
Yeah, and I think that's Helen. I think that's Helen behind her, then Carol behind her. I'll just check with Helen. Obviously, I don't recognise every face. Hi, Nigel. Thank you for checking in. We've got a huge day of coverage tomorrow down on the beach. We'll be covering the sprints and the tech and the distance.
All on SUPjunkie.uk Facebook channel, and if you're watching us then you will have already found your way there, but any likes, follows, comments, etc. And over on the SUP FM podcast Instagram feed we're asking for questions for Paddle UK. One more lap. Paula's done absolutely fantastically well to establish that gap, but she still is being chased here. So there we go.
Well done. So this is Carol. Go, go, go. No stopping.
I'm just doing one lap because I'm third.
Good girl. So I think there are quite a lot of prizes. I think there are prizes for age categories here as well, which I think is really important, especially the Grand Kahuna.
Well, it's
prize.
the elite category.
The
isn't
elite
it?
category of the Grand Kahunas. It's really nice to, sometimes you're not ever going to get one of those open class or overall gongs. And do you know what got me really into racing as well as just doing the race and enjoying it, was the fact that I got an age-related medal. Now, not being a sports person, not ever doing any kind of sport, competitive sport, I didn't know that was a thing. And I was so excited to get up on the podium and get a gong that I just went, oh yes, this is for me. And then spent the next 5 years racing, and this is what this has now led to this. So if you don't know you're competitive, or you don't know that you like racing, have a go.
Exactly, and it's all about getting out and giving it a go, and that's the whole idea of this whole weekend.
Yes.
It's a festival of SUP. This is the first year of the Super Championships, and there will be others coming, and next year is already being planned as we speak.
We might even have dates, but we can't release those. But Bruce, age category is so important, isn't it? Really, really is. It really does inspire you to go, well, I'm never going to win against a 20-year-old, but hey, I might win against a 50-year-old. So it's really, really a very, very important thing. And over the weekend, tomorrow, we have got some great paddlers coming as well. We have got Emily Evans and Annabelle Page, who both last week competed in the ISA World SUP and Paddleboard Championships in Denmark, and I was lucky enough to see them both. Emily is just a fantastic paddler. You know, she's done other sports at incredibly high level, and Annabelle is young, she's talented, and she was brilliant to watch. So and then you've got Sarah Perkins, who's coming, who is also from Wales, and she's a silver and bronze medalist age category at the ICF in Poland a couple of years ago. So you've got some medalists coming, and you've got some international paddlers coming. So why wouldn't you want to come down and watch and get stuck in?
Exactly, and just sort of speaking to people involved in this event earlier, in both in camera and sort of privately, there's very much the intention to turn this into a real festival of SUP alongside the racing, which has been much missed, I think. I don't think we've had a sort of proper SUP. I mean, obviously SUP Fest up in the Lake District is fantastic. Racing festivals, I think we had the National Wall Sports Festival
that finished in 2018.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you know, in terms of racing and festivals, you know, we haven't had anything really for quite some time. So if we can turn that into, this into that sort of competition,
Yeah.
it would be fabulous. And getting all the brands involved really helps.
Right, I'm just going to go and scream at Paula.
Okay, so turn the microphone down for a second. Well, I think we can describe that as an absolutely dominant section of wins here as Paula comes in first position in both the races that she's competed in. So I think we can call Paula the national not NISCO champion.
Yeah, what did she say earlier? Oh, I don't really want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And here she goes and just smashed it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's Helen coming in.
And looking strong at the finish as well.
Well done, Helen. Good job. And Carol bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
Where she's got third place.
Yeah.
She had to enter. Oh, excuse me. And she entered.
Yeah, bronze medal.
Bronze medal. I don't know what the prizes are here. I don't know. I have no idea. So.
Well, when you're a bronze medalist at the National Not NISCO Championships, that's the NNN, as we like to call it.
Yep.
That's quite some accolade. Not everyone can say that.
No. I literally can't say that.
No.
Well done, Carol! Woo!
What a performance there. There we go. Carol getting all of the applause from the crowd.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? And here come the boys.
Here we go. So we've got quite a tough field here, haven't we?
We have.
Because in both heats there were little pods that escaped.
John on the left.
And I think we're just going to squeak in before darkness falls here.
We definitely are. 48 is Morris, and 447 is Nigel. He's up at the front. 449 is Ed Clark, and then 448 is Paul. John, hello.
Time for a quick interview.
Yes, I'm here to enjoy myself. It's all very fun.
There we
1
go.
minute, 1 minute.
Paul's here to enjoy himself. That's
You doing the sun polo?
I'm not doing it, no. We're covering the racing on the beach. Are you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
there we go. SUPjunkie.uk interviews on the start line.
Got to try and hold him up because he's flipping fast.
Is he?
Yeah. So he's going to go for a flying start. I remember doing that once at the back.
Yes. Here we go. So some very fast finishes in the two heats. we go. Poised for the start. 10 seconds.
Oh, you can hear a pin drop.
There we go, and they're off.
Go John! Go Ed! Go Paul! Go Nigel!
So you can see the powerful strokes.
Oh, look at the cars.
Oh, sorry,
See
just a
those,
slight
a couple of old American.
caddies, pink Cadillacs. There we go. Anyway, back to the racing. Look at that, what a fantastic sight. The sunset in Torquay, and these racers heading out. There's quite a bit of snaking backwards and forwards there, and I guess with small fins and power and leaning, that's going to send you out in
On those
various
boards,
directions.
Simon.
On those boards
Yeah,
particularly.
yeah,
See you
which obviously-
tomorrow.
Oh, see you tomorrow. Well done.
See you. I ended up racing in the end.
You
so.
did. Well done. Well done. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See it.
This is the vibe, isn't it? The sub vibe.
It is the vibe.
This is the vibe.
The vibe of the SUP tribe.
Yeah, the vibe of the sub tribe. Okay, so this is the final. We've had the ladies' final, which was won, I think, quite comfortably by Paula.
Yeah,
She was good.
she dominated. She absolutely dominated from beginning to end in both of her heats.
Yep.
And she was in two minds as to whether or not she was going to compete at all.
I think the answer was no. She was not going to compete. She was laughing away at registration, and I think her other half was laughing too, and just sort of probably gave her a little gentle nudge.
Yeah,
And she did, so she'll be pleased that she did, which is sort of how it goes, isn't it? You
absolutely.
often talk yourself out of things.
And then if you're feeling more comfortable, you perform better.
Yep.
It's generally if you're not relaxed that. We've got some.
Got some onlookers, that's great. We've got some cheering from the other side. So the boys will be coming round very, very soon. It almost feels like a castle up here, doesn't it?
It really
Just
does.
up here, it almost looks like a castle. It's not, it's blocks of flats, but let's pretend we're in
Yeah.
San Sebastian or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's similar in some ways to San Sebastian and the English Riviera. Not so many Debenhams in the
Or Taco Bells.
or Taco Bells. No.
Okay, question for you. Quiz. Who competes on a Taco Bell? Anybody know on there? Who competes eating Taco Bells? You've got one chance to answer that question, because I know the answer and you'll be amazed. Okay, don't answer it, even if you're going to have a guess. Anybody out there watching, someone competes?
We've got Kai.
Yes! Sam Rutt, get in there. Kai Lenny competes on the big wave, clearly sponsored by Taco Bells, but eats Taco Bells because it gives him that energy and that huge calorific input.
But he's still as skinny as a rail, isn't he?
Yeah, well, because he's on the water like 24/7.
I know.
So, that's the kind of thing you can learn from watching Sarah and Simon live.
Absolutely, and if we don't come through with the nerdy SUP facts, then Sam Rutt is guaranteed to do that. So
So yeah, we had Kai Lenny is the
Is the
Taco
answer.
Bell king. So we have Taco Bell here. So okay, here come the boys.
yeah, if you want to emulate Kai Lenny, then you can do that down here in Torquay. So that is a great opportunity for next year. But we've got some real racing
Yeah.
going on here.
Do we
and
think John is actually drafting?
it's always a
Can you draft on
possibility.
a board like that? Yes,
Well,
you can.
yes, we can. Oh, and we've got the racing line there. He is absolutely glued to his tail there.
John Hughes and Paul Stokes. Go guys! Go on!
He's definitely drafting. Definitely drafting. Trying to beat. And here we go, going around the boy here.
Woohoo!
Thomas has got a bit of a gap. And then just behind.
Paul. Oh,
There
this
is
sorting
some
the men
tact-
out for the boys, hasn't it? A
It,
little bit?
it certainly has. There is some tactical drafting going on, although just overhauling him there. There's a decent pace by all of them here, despite the fact that these are boards that they are unfamiliar with, and that probably explains why there's sort of slightly snaky progress along the course here.
Yep. Do you know what, Simon? I think we should walk back along to the start. Sorry, to the. Oh, that's Jeff Mather watching. So, the lovely Jeff Mather used to be a photographer for GB SUP and takes epic photos. Jeff, we hope you're well. We loved our relationship with you whilst at GB SUP. We had such a great time, didn't we? We had Jade and we had you and me sometimes taking photographs. It was good, happy days. So let's get back to the actual pontoon and we can draw these people.
Away.
Let's bring you in, Mark.
See the drafting there.
I know.
Didn't think there'd be drafting.
No, here's Mark from Short. He's producing beautiful sweatshirts, which we're very grateful for, Mark. Mark is at the Hampton by Hilton Hotel all the weekend, and he can make you up these beautiful t-shirts and sweatshirts and print them.
And he's got a number there that you can buy all pre-prepared, so if there's something you fancy.
And the caps, so yeah. Give you a quick shout out. Look, we should have a little look at this as well. Look at this band.
Yeah, we've.
Brendan's band.
There we go, and there's the loose.
Right, let's get
There we
down.
go.
See these guys. Just a snatch. Well done, ladies. Well done. Well done.
Here we
We see
go.
some drafting going on.
I know. Well done. Thank you.
Winner!
We've got the winner here who didn't want to race.
No, she only entered it tonight.
No, but even still was standing there with her number going, I don't want to race.
And I didn't. It was good. It was better the second lap, second time round on the board. They were a bit wobbly.
You warmed up.
Warmed up, but first time round my legs were like shaking a bit.
Yeah.
But they were, no, it was good. It was good.
Good adrenaline, nervous legs.
Yeah, I was all worried about the seal. I saw it go under somebody's board here. Yeah, don't lock me off.
Happy days.
It was the hubby.
Her husband's winning at the moment. So we're...
So Morris Roberts and John Hughes.
What
This is going to
neck
be tight.
and neck.
So John is. Oh, it looks like
5-1 the guy in second.
John's been drafted.
Morris is the husband of Paula who won it. So.
Oh no, it's quick!
Oh,
Oh, look
I'm
at
not
this.
sure John is going to make it back to those.
No.
Come on, Morris! Come on, John!
Oh, and last minute sprinting. And the crowd go wild.
Amazing.
What a brilliant
Husband and
finish.
wife team. That's fantastic.
There you go, so equal bragging rights.
Absolutely.
Coming, Jen!
And this pack of three coming through together as well. You see that fatigue.
Thomas is going to get third place. Well done, Thomas. Go, Thomas! Woohoo!
There we go, you look at that pain on those faces.
So,
Is that John Hughes, the Nisco legend, Bruce Ironsmith says?
and it's a
Yes, it is.
finisher here. 449, that's Ed Clark. Well done, Ed!
Incredible finish. So that's the end of the Friday men's final, not Nisco.
And, you know, there are not many races here, not many people watching, but boy, do they create an atmosphere.
Exactly.
Don't they? So it's been really utterly fantastic to see the Not Nisco racing. There is more on Sunday, and there's going to be some sprints here, but tomorrow there's going to be SUP Polo. Let's not take away from Mr. and Mrs. Roberts,
Yes.
who have just smashed up the Not Nisco racing.
Yeah, national, not Nisco champions,
Yes.
both of them.
Well done,
Incredible.
John. Well done, guys. Thank you. Great racing. Nice drafting, John.
Fun, yeah. I've got to do best to sit behind.
So John, very cash interviewing on the start line there,
Yeah.
but absolutely beautiful conditions.
So Morris there won it, which is great. So he will be. Maybe he was winning it. You know, he thought, I can't let the wife beat me.
Well,
I'm guessing
exactly.
their husband and wife got the same name. Can't let the wife beat me. I better put the hammer down.
Absolutely. Paul Amy.
Oh, now Paul Amy, there's another. Paul, how are you? Paul is a Hailing Island man. So.
Dan Walsh.
Dan Walsh, thank you for checking in, Dan.
Oh yeah, someone will take one. We're like a power couple now.
You are.
You're
Yes.
absolutely a power couple.
Equal bragging rights in the house. This is,
Well done, guys. Well done.
it's a good loosener, isn't it, for tomorrow?
Well.
Yeah.
We're going to get a Mr. Roberts.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, what do we have? Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Roberts.
Well done.
Proper race boards. Different.
Mr. Roberts, were you racing the other men or were you determined not to be beaten by your
Well, I
wife?
could feel him like breathing down the neck.
He really was,
Yeah.
he really was. That was great racing. Was it great fun?
Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, paddling with loads of ace paddlers. Yeah, just trying to get my breath back.
Yeah, sorry to grab you right on the finish line.
Yeah, it's
But,
awesome, absolutely awesome.
Mr. and Mrs. Roberts, the new Not Nisco power couple. We'll
The,
let you
the
go.
new national Not Nisco power couple.
Yeah.
Glad I got through that one.
So,
Yeah.
what do you do with your paddling normally? What kind of paddling do you do?
The last one we did was the sub 12 early in the year.
Oh yeah, that little
Distance
event.
paddling, yeah. So we thought we'd have a go at the races, the sprint races and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's completely different, isn't it?
completely different.
Yeah. Not tougher, just different.
Right, we'll let you recover.
Yeah. Well, you've earned a beer
congratulations.
tonight, I
Thank
think. Are we going to see you on the beach tomorrow as well?
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow, both of us.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, don't say maybe again. Come on,
We've heard that once before.
yeah, that old chestnut.
Yeah, if I can walk in the morning.
Well done, both of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And thanks for getting stuck in.
Yeah, no, it was really
Fantastic.
good.
Well done.
We're with John here.
Yes.
I can feel you breathing down the neck the whole way.
I couldn't get past you, so all I could do was just hang on, do your tail, and hope for the best. Yeah, great racing. Yeah, really good fun.
John,
Exercise done for the
you are
evening.
live on Facebook.
Hi Facebook.
And this is a great t-shirt you're wearing.
It is, yes.
Where is this t-shirt from?
Emsworth, I believe.
Come
Am I
round.
right?
Yeah, so this is a really old t-shirt.
Vintage.
And it's a classic race as well, because there were around about 100 starters at that point.
Yeah, it was always great fun, wasn't it? Really good fun.
Yeah.
Which this was as well. So this is why I think we love it, because it's like the same board, and everyone's here for a good time, and it's quite a grassroots thing.
So just tell us about that second lap, because you were absolutely fixed to his tail, weren't you? As you
I
were
was
going
hanging
round?
on for dear life.
Yeah.
That's as good as I could do. Yeah, you know, like with drafting, you do get that little bit of extra energy.
Yeah.
You know, he's fit, he was flying, so I just thought, like, if I can hang on to the back of him, might have a chance at the last straight, but not quite. But yeah, it's just great fun, keeps you focused on.
And how was the handling of the board there?
Yeah, nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Nice,
think,
slick,
you know, they're-
not pushing too much water.
No. You know, a bit more of a swapping of the sides, but that's, you know,
That's Nisco.
keeps you, keeps
Not
you,
Nisco.
keeps your skills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great fun to watch. I was just saying, you know, not a huge amount of people here, not a huge amount watching, but boy, do they all create some atmosphere together.
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah, massively,
And
yeah.
That was
it's
UK
nice,
Nisco,
yeah.
wasn't it? And,
Twice,
and
yeah.
it's been emulated here today.
Totally,
Yeah.
It's all part of the whole like sphere of what makes it great.
Absolutely.
It's just
We
the
love
people,
it.
the crowds,
Yeah.
boards, great fun. Yeah.
Really
So-
nice to see you racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good to see you.
Yeah. Good. Right, I think that's it. I think we're done. Let's go. Let's go and have a
Not
beer.
Nisco is back. I think
Not
we
Nisco's
can.
back. Thank you very much, John.
Right, still got my top. Yeah, what
You can't go all the way and start like
Thanks for carrying me around.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's a wrap
Doing like 20
for the
strokes.
evening. As you can see in the background, just what a beautiful evening it is down here. So if you do happen to be in the area of Tokyo for the weekend, we've got lots of stuff still going on. We've got a day of racing tomorrow, so you can join us for that. Throughout the day, we've got some polo going on, and then we've got some activities going on Sunday, not least the expo in the Hampton Hills, which is a very dangerous
Honestly, you come in and have to
Expo is a shopping basically, so
that last bit, that was
come down and do a bit of shopping.
there, like,
And there's rum there as well.
There is. I can personally vouch for that fact that there is. It's very, very smooth as well. Apparently, did you know that molasses gives a sort of slightly bitter aftertaste to rum, but there are other ways of mitigating that. So Devon rum are there to demonstrate exactly what that means. So not that I spent a large amount of time on the rums.
No, and I stood there listening to Elsie giving that very famous explanation, and yes, very fascinating. So come down and have a little talk of rum if you want to, and you can buy some there too. So thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you so much for all your comments and all your love, and we hope that those people out there who are watching this go before and are part of that tribe, we hope you really enjoyed watching this again, and hopefully we'll be doing the same again on Sunday afternoon. So check out what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And just one final thing, we've got the governing body, Paddle UK, formerly British Canoeing, who are joining us for a question and answer session. If you go onto the SUPerchamps podcast Instagram channel, or even just pop the questions in the comments here, and we're looking for your questions to put into Paddle UK. And leaders had said that he will answer all of those. Or he will find answers if he doesn't.
Do his best to answer, so no question is too difficult, it's just a question. A question is just a question, so yeah.
There you go, so on that bombshell, fantastic evening's racing, we're about to go and have a little break now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, folks. Bye bye.